Hey everybody, coming to you live from Fowler Street at home. I've been sitting here this morning doing a little bit of planning and a bit of journaling, just trying to I try to do this just to get thoughts out of my head. And I have a full focus journal which has got some prompting questions in it, and one of the questions one of the quotes at the top of the page, which has had me thinking a little bit anyway at the moment, is imagine the places your mind could go if you created the space for it to happen. It's a quote by Paul Napper and Anthony Rao. And the reason that I'm coming on live to talk to you about that today is that I was driving in the car the other day, and often I kind of think I've got to make the most of this time in the car, and I put on an ebook or an audiobook or a podcast, something to make the most of the driving time, because I've got so many books and things that I want to listen to. So many books and things I want to listen to that, driving in the car is often a really good place to listen to a podcast or an audiobook. But the other day I was reminded about when I was a sales rep and I was driving up and down the country, I often would just not have anything on and just let my mind do the thinking that it needed while I was driving. Because how often do we actually give ourselves space just to think? How often do we just either sit and think or meditate or journal or have that quiet space? And I guess it's the white space that I'm talking about. And there's a concept in graphic design that talks about white space on the page. You don't want, if you're designing a flyer or something, you don't want to have multiple things on the page. You need the white space for the good stuff to stand out. And I feel that that's a little bit about like what I'm talking about with having white space in your thinking time, about letting your mind and your brain just breathe and just be and just think. So the quote again is, imagine the places your mind could go if you created the space for it to happen. And so what's happened this morning as I sit here with my journals and my notebooks and my prompting questions and my planners, is I'm just giving myself space to think. And I am really finding that my mind is going, oh, what if I could do that? What if I could do that? What if I could do that? One of the questions today in this is, where has your mind been wandering of late? And what's the most fun you've had recently, and what made it fun? Now, that was the question that made me go, actually, what fun have I had? And then I started listing out a bunch of things. But, as you're driving, just maybe think about not having anything in your ears, not having an audiobook or a podcast, just letting yourself have that space to think, or actually sitting down, doing some journaling, getting all that stuff in your head out onto a piece of paper. It gives you some sort of cohesiveness. But otherwise, the other thing that I'm really missing is music. And, I used to go down on ski trips and I'd go by myself, and people would say to me, don't you miss the company? You go by yourself. I'm like, no, actually, it's, 3-4 hours of time just for me to think. Or I'd turn up the music, put a CD in, and sing at the top of my lungs, the top of my voice, and really enjoy the music again as well, because that's what we used to do, right? And now it seems like we're just like bombarded all the time with, you should listen to this podcast, you should listen to this ebook, really make the most of your time, make the most of this downtime. And so often we just go, that we forget to just think, just breathe, and give ourselves that space for it to happen, that white space. Hope that's been helpful for you guys today. Just some musings from me. On that note, have an amazing day. See ya.